Once upon a time, there was a sweet gypsy girl playing around a tree. One of the ministers saw her, fell in love with her, and asked her to marry him and live with him in his palace. She said to him, "No, sir, your mother won't accept a poor gypsy girl like me." The minister was determined, so he kidnapped her, and when he brought her to the palace, his mother didn't agree to him marrying a gypsy girl. She said to him, "You must kill her in the old forest, strip her, leave her naked as her mother gave birth to her, and bring me her clothes and her heart." The minister agreed and told his mother that her request would be implemented after a week. The poor girl stayed in the palace for a week, and the minister raped her daily. A week later, the minister took the girl to the old forest, where there were many wild animals. The minister said to the gypsy girl, "I must kill you and take your clothes and heart to show my mother." The girl begged him not to kill her and said to him, "There is a cat in this forest. Her heart is exactly like mine. Take her heart, and I will give you all my clothes. In this way, your mother will be sure that you killed me." The minister agreed, took her clothes, killed the cat, and took her heart, leaving the girl alone and naked to meet her fate. The girl walked a lot until she found a road through the forest, and stood behind a tree, hoping that someone might pass and rescue her. After a while, a handsome young man on a horse passed by. The girl was afraid and thought the minister had come back to kill her. The young man heard a voice behind the tree and said in a loud voice, "If you are a ghost, move away, and if you are a human being, speak." The poor girl said, "I'm a human being like you, but please do not come near me because I'm naked." The young man took off his coat and threw it to her, then turned to the other side so she could wear the coat without embarrassment. After that, he took her on his horse, and they set off. There was no talk between them until they reached the king's palace. The girl said, "Why did you come to the royal palace?" He replied, "I am the prince of the country. Come with me and don't worry." The girl entered the palace with the king, and his mother was astonished when she saw her son with a beautiful woman, her long black hair hanging down in braids. The king's mother took care of her and dressed her in very luxurious clothes until she became more beautiful than before. The king's mother asked the gypsy to marry her son because she was the most beautiful woman in the country, and it was an old custom that the king must marry the prettiest girl in the kingdom he ruled. The king invited all the inhabitants of the kingdom to attend his wedding ceremony. All the people and ministers came to bless the king, among them the minister who raped the gypsy girl and threw her in the forest. His mother was also there, very afraid the girl would reveal what they had done. The king said, "Who has an amusing story to tell us?" Some people told entertaining folk tales, and then the gypsy girl asked the king to let her tell a story. The king said, "Go ahead, my beautiful girl." The girl said, "There was an innocent gypsy girl playing around a tree, and one of the rich ministers kidnapped her, raped her, threw her in the forest, and left her there without clothes. After that, she pointed at the minister and his mother and said to them, 'Tell us the rest of the story so that everyone knows what you did to the poor gypsy girl.' Now the king knew why he had found his wife naked in the forest. He arrested the minister and ordered him to be hanged to set an example for any man who would hurt a girl. In the past, laws prevented the execution of women, so the king ordered the minister's mother to be imprisoned for life, and from that moment on, she never saw the sun again. As for the gypsy girl, she lived happily with her husband and his kind mother.